It is the biggest rematch in boxing. It is the biggest heavyweight match in boxing in arguably the last 20 years. Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder. We are set for this rematch here, Scotty. Now, I want to know, Scott, you are our boxing expert here at OddsShark. I need to know, what are the odds right now between Wilder and Fury, and what should we bet on for this?
Yeah, so there's been a late surge here going into the fight week. The fight is, of course, on Saturday, and Deontay Wilder is now the favorite. For the last 14 months, ever since the first time they fought, December of 2018, Fury has been the favorite the whole way through. And then just this last 10 days or so, we've seen the odds flip, where now Wilder, as I said, minus 130, and our boy Tyson Fury come back at even money.
So how do you see this fight playing out? We have Wilder, who is a knockout king. 42 of his fights, 40 of them have been knockouts. Tyson Fury, while he may not be necessarily a knockout king, can definitely, in the first fight when they fought, he was clearly outboxing him here. How do you see the second fight going here?
Yeah, well, you'd have to assume it's going to be much of the same. Although Fury says he's going to knock out Deontay Wilder, and he does have of his 29 wins, 21 of them have been knockouts, or 20 have been knockouts. 9 fights have gone to decision. So he does have knockout power. It's just a matter of, we haven't seen that. He did knock out Tom Schwartz after this fight, but Tom Schwartz is nowhere on the level of Deontay Wilder. He toyed with him. Yeah, Tyson Fury, he is the best boxer in the heavyweight division. Now, Alexander Usyk, he might have an argument there, just moved up from cruiserweight, but I still give the edge to Tyson Fury. He moves around like a middleweight. For a guy that's 250 pounds, it's absolutely bizarre. And then when he fought Deontay Wilder, that was just his third fight back from his absence from the sport. We'll just go with that, where he was dealing with mental health problems.
Absence is the key word here.
Addiction problems. Yeah, just go with absence. So, did we see the best of Tyson Fury? I don't know. He looked pretty damn good, but he claims that he's going to be better for this one. But as you mentioned with Deontay Wilder, the power is there. So any mistake, and he's going to hit the canvas.
And so that's the other thing, too, is that Wilder now this will be his third rematch of his career. The first 2 rematches of any fight that he's had, one that went the distance before, he knocked them out pretty handily here. And especially in the Fury fight, the first time that they fought, I think we all know how the 12th round went, where Fury just basically became an Undertaker gif in real life, coming back to life there, and then still outboxed him for the rest of the round. How do we not see that Wilder is going to knock him out in this? Like, is there any chance that basically Fury maybe even knocks him out?
Yeah, I think the knockout is potentially there for Tyson Fury, but and he says the second round the man is going down. He says he's going.
And what are the odds again for that if Tyson Fury knocks him out in the second round? What are those?
Plus 5,000.
Wow.
So I think a little sprinkle. The man called the shot. Why can't I back him?
The
right?
Babe Ruth of boxing.
Yeah, that's right. You just gotta give him a little sprinkle for that one. But I just look at it and it's like, if you're going to get in that type of fight with Deontay Wilder, you better be damn careful, because I'm going to knock you out, but in doing so, you can knock me out. And this man, as you said, 42-0, 40 of those knockouts, 42-0-1, 40 of those coming by knockout. So we know that he has the power. He knocked out Luis Ortiz by punching him in the forehead.
With his hands up too.
Yeah, it's not on the chin. So with Fury saying that he's going in there, I'm a little apprehensive, because I just know that the power is there. So you're getting in that slug fight.
I wanted to ask you about that Ortiz fight specifically, because Wilder, at the start of that fight, Ortiz kind of rocked him in that opening round, and he didn't look very technically sound in that fight. Do you think that's something that could actually hinder him going against Fury, who is probably technically the best boxer in the world?
Yeah, I think we saw that in the first fight too. Fury outlanded him in 9 of the 12 fights. A lot of times he was seen with his hands behind his back. He's doing his thing with his tongue. He's messing with him the whole time. He saw it almost as a joke fight. Again, this was his 3rd fight after his absence. So now we're looking at his 6th fight, because he had the 2 fights in between. Now, are we going to see a better version of Tyson Fury? But I don't know. And as far as the technical side of things, Deontay Wilder, he's a brawler. He has a stiff jab. He landed that on Fury several times, bloodied his nose and whatnot. But he doesn't have that stick and move, bob and weave style. It's more, let's just trade hands, and I'm probably going to win this bout.
Well, one of the props that you had brought up to me earlier today was the potential of Fury being knocked down in the fight, but then still coming back to fight to win the fight. What were the odds for that? And I just want to know, do you think that's something that could be a possibility for the casual bettor out there?
Yeah, so plus 425, so 4.25 for every dollar you wager. Those are great odds, and arguably that's what you had in the first fight. You know, everyone claims that Tyson Fury won that fight. Of course, it ended in a split draw. Very controversial.
Debatable.
Yeah, Fury was knocked down twice in that fight. So, and as mentioned, that 12th round where he was flat on his back and just stands up and looks terrific for the rest of the round. So, had you have played that in the first fight, you would have been pretty upset that you didn't hit a plus 425. So, I think it's definitely in play, especially we've seen him be able to handle that shot and get back up. So, can he be knocked out for a full 10 count? I know the first one was a slow, some count at 17, but officially he got up before the 10 count. So can he be put down for more than 10?
Well, then I guess then for the bettors who maybe are thinking the same way you are, that Fury might win this fight, what kind of props could people use to be able to double down on that? Like, for example, do you think the fight will go to a decision?
Yeah, so there's one right there. His fight to go to the decision is plus 110, plus 115. So it is an underdog for this fight to go the distance, which means people are anticipating fireworks.
Yeah, because right now I think it's minus odds for Wilder to knock him out, right?
Yeah, it's even money. So it's right even. But it was, as of last week, it was about plus 125, and that has been hammered down, so it's almost minus money. And we're also seeing Tyson Fury by decision is one play that I like. Of course, we've talked about his sort of lack of power, his boxing finesse, that for him to go 12 rounds is nothing crazy. But he was plus 150 in that spot last week. That's now plus 155. So it even seems like the bookmakers are thinking we're going to see a knockout one way or the other.
Do you think, though, that there might actually be some value if, like, for example, if you're betting on Wilder at minus 130, there might actually be some double down value to maybe take under on the rounds, like maybe under 5.5 rounds or maybe under 6.5 rounds?
Yeah, so during his knockout streak since winning the WBC title, the average finish time is about 7.3 rounds.
Okay.
Now, you had talked about his two rematches.
Yeah.
So his first one was Bermane-Stiverne, and if you've never seen that fight, go back and watch it.
It is
see out of a
devastating.
video game.
Devastating.
It doesn't make any sense. He stands there just towering over Bermane-Stiverne, drops him 3 times in the round. The third time was just dangerous. It was scary. And then the second time was Luis Ortiz, which he stopped in the 7th round, I believe, might have been the 8th. So, under 9.5 rounds might be a good play there. That's coming in around minus 105.
That's not too bad. Not too bad. So we're going to end it on this, Scott. Tell us what your pick is for this, where you're going to be putting your money, and if there's any additional props that maybe some bettors could take advantage of.
Yeah, so as mentioned in the video, I like the little sprinkle on Fury in the second round, just because it's a little bit of
plus
fun.
Plus 5,000, it's worth a sprinkle.
It's just for fun, more so than anything. But I took Fury in the first fight. I think he's the better boxer, and the better boxer should win on Saturday night. So even money right there, just for Fury to win. I think even money for Wilder to win by knockout, it's not a bad way to just sort of maybe break even on the night, because I don't think Wilder wins in a decision. And then if you want to double down on Fury and stay away from Wilder, him by decision, plus 155. So you could go him to win at even money and him to win by decision, plus 155.
Yeah, I think for myself, I think the allure of the knockout, I'm probably going to go with Wilder at minus 130, maybe even double down with the knockout prop. So that is it. The rematch on Saturday. Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder. It is going down. He's got Fury. I've got Wilder. Let's go.